Hey guys, I'm back with another video. Sorry it's been 3 weeks though, but I guess it's better than another 6-month break, and it's not 2021 yet like this guy said, so I think I'm doing pretty good. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was put on hold for a little bit because I'm actually in the process of making another space video on my second channel called The Top 10s. In today's RuneScape video, there are only 5 topics because RuneScape isn't really on television that much, and if it has been most of the time, people don't document it for me to find. One more thing before we get to the list, I just wanted to thank all of you for your comments on the last video. I have read every single one of them since the last video was posted and continue to read the ones that still come in, and I forgot just how heartfelt some of you guys can be when you comment on my videos. You guys are awesome, and I love you. Anyway, moving on. Number 5. RuneScape Casino Trolling. So this first video comes from a gentleman's channel named JP Productions. The video itself was released March 17th, 2013, 7 years ago, and was featured on Chris Archie's channel back then as well. But I had never seen this video before I found it, so maybe some of you haven't either. Anyway, it's really funny. These guys send messages to this woman who is a TV presenter for an online casino service on live television. They began just trolling her over RuneScape instead of sending her messages about gambling like everyone else was doing. The best part is when they ask her if she even knows what RuneScape is, and her response. Check this out.
People in the UK, hashtag Sarah's Facts. Yes, there are. Kieran, you're my favourite Super Casino presenter, Gemma. Thanks, Kieran. I don't know why. And Robin, could you please say live on TV, Andrew Gower is amazing. Now, I wouldn't know what's pointing up and saying that to myself. Just say it like... I hear the Shy Dog and Scary Monkey will be on soon. No, but Derek. Robin, you're my favourite presenter ever, but can you tell Gerard Poulter to get on RuneScape? I'm saying Robin hit zeros for jokes because apparently he's always been one of the zeros, he never wins, but 0 is quite a popular number. It's just when he stops it'll come in and think, oh, that's a funny looking grandad you've got. Hello, my name is Mod Mark. Can you just say what's the loots in a chavvy way? It's me looking best in phrase. I'm not sure if I know how to say that in a chavvy way. Do I look like a boy band leader? Don't. Apparently you've been talking about RuneScape all night. Do you know what it is? I think I do.
Number 4. So I've spoken about it briefly before in other videos, but I don't know if a lot of you remember that RuneScape and Cartoon Network used to have business relations with each other. For example, Zezima, the best RuneScape player that ever existed that we all know, was featured on Cartoon Network's New Generation show once, in which he was listed as one of the main online role models for children back in 2007. The video you're watching now during number 4 was also featured on a commercial on Cartoon Network's Channel 2, and someone managed to film it. Here it is.
Become a Kairu warrior. RuneScape, the world's greatest adventure. Play free now at playrunescape.com.
Number 3. Timmy, also known as Hellslayer H. So this is a really old news broadcast that took place over a decade ago, in which an 11-year-old boy named Timmy was scammed and hacked for all of his items on RuneScape through a phishing website. This was featured on ABC News. Timmy received around $140 for Christmas and bought items online, which I think is real-world trading anyway, which is against the rules, but he eventually lost it all. The interesting thing, though, is that Timmy still plays RuneScape today. He's obviously in his 20s now, and I'm actually friends with him in old school RuneScape, but I haven't spoken with him in a few years. Anyway, here's the news clip.
Think of all the security dangers we've exposed involving online games and interactive sites. This one tonight is different. ABC 15 investigator Joe Ducey takes us into a fake world, creating real problems for one local family.
He was so upset. I mean, he was just heartbroken. I mean, this was his whole Christmas.
She's talking about real money lost in a virtual world, a world set in medieval times. It's where an 11-year-old like Timmy Easter of Gilbert can act like someone much older, catching shark.
Every shark you catch,
it's worth 1,000 coins.
Fighting enemies.
you killed him?
Yeah.
And gaining points and powers each time.
Timmy is so good at it that people ask him for help.
He spent years gaining a high level in an online game called RuneScape. Timmy and his family recently learned this virtual world is full of some real-life dangers.
He said Excuse me, Health Slayer, can I speak to you for a moment?
Timmy says another player started a conversation asking him to do something rare.
Would you like to join the clan called the White Legion?
Timmy said, sure. The player led him to a different site. Turns out it was a fake RuneScape site.
This is the real one. This is a fake one.
Go back to the real, fake.
You can see there are only subtle differences between the two. In just minutes, Timmy's password was hacked, stolen. His account with all these points and belongings emptied out.
It's your items, and to have someone steal it without hesitation, it's just wrong.
You may be thinking, who cares? It's just fake points in a make-believe world, but it costs $60 a year to play, hours of time to gain power, and there are dozens of websites offering coins to use in RuneScape for a fee.
Then at Christmas it was coming up, and I told everybody, all the relatives, give him cash.
Grandmother Claire Kephart says Timmy received and spent $140 real to buy virtual swords and armor, making him more powerful in the game. All of it's gone.
Gone in one day because this kid took it. And it's sad that this has to happen because there's so many kids that are on this site.
Attorney General Terry Goddard has another concern.
The sinister part of the people, the adults leading the 11-year-old to another site, is the adults leading 11-year-olds to personal contact, which is the other side of why some of these, and they do it on the gaming sites.
Meanwhile, this family says a thief is getting away with a crime and taunting Timmy about it.
He said, haha, I'm gonna hack you again.
Last year, a Dutch court took virtual crime seriously, prosecuting 2 teens for stealing imaginary items on RuneScape. While this family says it has gotten no help from the website, RuneScape tells us we do everything we can to return accounts and contents to players. We employ over 180 staff in player support to ensure that we maintain a safe and enjoyable experience for all of our players. Bottom line, don't let anyone lead you off a site. That's where most trouble begins. I'm investigator Joe Ducey, ABC 15 News.
Number 2. So if any of you have ever watched White Collar, you'll like this one. RuneScape's encoded flute solo within the game song Norse code, in which RuneScape is spelled out through music using Morse code, was referenced by a character named Mozzie on White Collar, who is basically just an extraordinary hacker that has ties to the criminal underworld. So I guess it makes sense that he knows what RuneScape is. This scene takes place within Season 2, Episode 9, called Point Blank. I'll play the scene itself and then the song spelling out RuneScape in Morse code. Here it is.
Sounds could correspond to numbers, wavelengths. Paula's discovery of hidden music in the Last Supper. RuneScape's encoded flute solo.
Don't forget Close Encounter.
Number 1. So this one is unfortunately in poor taste, and I hope nobody gets offended. Please note that the inclusion of this clip doesn't reference my beliefs or anything like that at all. I'm just here to report it. Anyway, what happened was that on a live broadcast of an episode of The Church Without Walls, somebody wrote into the host supporting the show, I guess. But here's what they actually said.
And Ryan has written and says, I'm working in Israel. CWW helps me so much. I can't attend church today because I'm working in the poor area of Al-Kharid in Israel and doing work for the youth. I love your program.
Bless him.
So even in different parts of the world, people are able to watch us.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video was mildly entertaining to you guys. I'm still trying to get back into the swing of this, so this video was kind of short, but I just wanted to get something else out there for you guys to watch so that, you know, I haven't disappeared or anything. Let me know what you think about some of these trolls that were played on people on literally live TV. I hadn't seen any of these before except for the Timmy one. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for your continued support, and I will talk to you guys later.